Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to do another law of attraction video. You guys know I'm so passionate about this topic. I don't really like to use the word law of attraction that much anymore, but I just say it because like when you say that, you know what people are talking about. Just manifesting your most abundant and best life. So today I want to talk about how the law of attraction actually works, because there's so much information out there. There's a lot of misinformation out there, a lot of weird things. I just want to clear up some stuff and help you achieve your goals and create the most magnificent life you've ever dreamed of. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Lisa. I make beauty, fashion, lifestyle videos. I'm a mindset coach and the founder of Abundance Queen Academy. Make sure you hit the subscribe button if you're new here and the notifications bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Also, I've been thinking a lot about doing a podcast for you guys all around this topic. So like our inner world and our inner well-being. If you want me to do one, give this video a thumbs up so I know that people would even listen to it. I really feel like doing a podcast, but I'm not sure if you guys even would want to listen to podcasts. Some people prefer like videos, some people prefer podcasts. I love to listen to podcasts when I clean. And anyway, just let me know if you guys want me to do a podcast. Let's get into the video. The reason I wanted to make this video is because I hear so many people sometimes get stuck when they use the law of attraction and then they conclude that it's not working, when in reality they just weren't using it right. So a law is a law. Whether you believe in the law or not makes no difference to the law. It still exists and it can never fail, because it is a law, and that law is that our imagination creates reality. And if you think of it, everything that exists on this physical plane, like my chair, you can't see it, but my chair that I'm sitting in, this romper that I'm wearing, I'm gonna link it down below because I know a lot of people are gonna ask. Just everything that you can see, the house that I'm sitting in, was once, like, it started in imagination. Nothing that is here in this physical realm. You cannot find one thing in existence in the physical reality that has not first been imagined. Like it doesn't exist. Everything was first imagined. You know, we wouldn't have the plane or electricity if these scientists wouldn't have been so brave as to challenge the status quo and try to really, you know, think of something new and be pioneers and go against what the majority of people were thinking. The Wright brothers, their own father wanted to put them in a mental hospital because he thought they were just maniacs that have lost their minds because they were working so hard on trying to invent the first plane. And let's just talk about Noah. Like, the story of Noah in the Bible always fascinated me, because Noah was told by God to build an ark because there would be rain on the earth, like a flood. The whole earth would be flooded. In order to spare their lives and just save every species of animals, he had to build this ark. But it had never, like in that time of Noah, it had never rained before. So Noah, it is said that he built the ark for 40 years. 40 years he was building this ark. And if you look at in our modern day society, even if you do something for 1 year and you know people don't know what you're working towards because you received inspiration from source, from God, from a higher plane, and you know that you're supposed to work through for something, but you know, God didn't give them the vision, he gave you the vision. So they can't understand why you're doing this, and they're probably all thinking that you've lost it, because that is what Noah was going through. And I can imagine him just constructing this ark and people walking by and people just thinking he lost his mind. What is rain? We've never even seen rain. This is just one tiny little example how imagination creates everything. I truly believe that everything, like every big scientist, inventor, engineer, they all got their information from God, because like, or source out, whatever you want to call it, but like this higher realm. And that's how we create. Like, it comes from the higher realms into our body, like into our mind, and then we create from the inside out. And just everything in our reality, everything in our outer reality is just a projection of our mind, of what's predominantly going on in our minds. So if you find yourself in your adult life with repeating patterns, things that happen over and over again, sometimes you would attract the same type of person, just like the same person, just with a different face, or just patterns that happen in your life. This is all because your subconscious rules 95% of your decisions. And how the law of attraction really works is your predominant thoughts is what creates your reality. You know, most people go through their life completely unaware of their thoughts on a day-to-day basis. But if you start to be really attentive to what your mind, like from the moment you wake up in the morning, you have this voice in your head, your mind, that is speaking to you, that is commenting on everything, that is commenting on the things that you like, that you don't like, and just start to be really aware of your inner voice. I can tell you guys, it's really like, it's crazy when you start to be like really aware of this. And I highly recommend, if you've ever read The Surrender Experiment by Michael A. Singer, I highly recommend it because he talks about that voice a lot. So just be really aware of that voice, because like your repetitive thought patterns, I'm not saying like just thinking something once, but your repetitive thought patterns is what creates your reality. And the reason for that is that here in this physical plane, like in the higher realms, if you would be there, you would think something and it would instantly manifest. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God. So your words, what you say, and your thoughts is really what creates your reality. And here in this physical plane, things are much more dense. Like, it's the 3D reality. It's so much more dense. So, and we live in time and space. In the higher realms, there is no time and space. And I know it's really hard for our human minds to like just wrap our mind around that. But time is not linear, and like the whole concept of time and space doesn't exist in higher dimensions. So my point is, if you would be in these higher realms, you would manifest instantly. But here in the, like, you can definitely get to a point where you manifest instantly. I've had instant manifestations happen and it's always so amazing. But someone's commenting. Hello! Someone's saying hi. Someone's saying hi. Can you look at the camera? No. So here, because we exist in time and space, things do tend to take a while to manifest. And thank God, because imagine every thought we would think would instantly manifest. I mean, for some people that would not be a pretty picture. And I once heard this story about a man who had an NDE, a near-death experience. Like he was sick and he had died on the hospital bed. And obviously he came back after that. But in short, what he noticed was that everything he thought in that, like when he was in those higher realms, everything he thought just instantly manifested in front of him. And that's how he knew, like when he came back to life, he really knew on such a deep level that our thoughts really, and what we say, really shape our reality. We usually are not aware of how powerful our words are and what we think, but if you just think of it like to spell, if you think of the word to spell, like literally spelling something is the same word as putting a spell on someone. like saying spells, that to me is just crazy, because your words are literally spells. And I don't really like the word spell, but it is still so interesting. Like, you can put a spell on yourself by speaking negative things, and you can, in the same fashion, you can put a blessing on you by saying positive things. But the thing is, people sometimes, like, some things just take longer than others to manifest, and people give up after a few weeks of not seeing results. Most people give up, but the thing is, you cannot give up. Like, what if I told you that you would have the most amazing blessing in your life, like the best thing that you can think of, like you knew it would happen in 5 years, but you would, to this day, you wouldn't know that it would happen in 5 years, and you would have to like keep the faith and keep going. Like, would you do it, or would you just like give up and then have it not manifest? You know what I mean? So it's just so important to like keep going and keep the faith, which is why for me, like, I have to constantly like renew myself in the like the word of God, what God says about me, and just like watching videos, motivational videos, and just like I constantly every day renew myself with this information, so that I don't, like, of course I sometimes get stuck. We all get stuck, we all get in a rut sometimes, but the thing is to keep going. And I teach this in my Abundance Queen Academy. I will link it right here so you can check it out for yourself. If you've been wanting to just create the life of your dreams and live in abundance and work on your money mindset, and just, I don't know, like, this information that is in Abundance Queen Academy is what I wish I would have had when I just got started. I discovered the law of attraction when I was 16, and I just wish I would have known all these things back then. It would have made things so much easier, so much less like of a struggle, and I would know, like, you're not doing it alone. We have a community if you ever get stuck. So I highly recommend you join Abundance Queen Academy. It is such a good course. I love it. Plus, I add bonus modules there. Every time I advance in my knowledge, I add it into the Abundance Queen Academy. So you have access for life, and it's literally less than a hair appointment. So these days, there really is no excuse to not getting the life of your dreams. And I don't just say this lightly. Like, I understand that people have, you know, not everyone is living in a favorable condition. Not everyone is born like the same way. I am totally aware of that. Some people have more privileges than others, but that doesn't mean that you cannot achieve your dreams, whatever they are. Like, you don't have to want to become like the next biggest businesswoman. Like, it doesn't have to be about that. Even if you just want a house on the countryside, you want a farmhouse, or you want to marry a doctor. Just think of the most random things. I just said that because I remember a story where a woman wanted to marry a doctor, and she ended up working in this doctor's office, and later on became the wife of the doctor, and they bought a house together and had an amazing life together. So this is just like one example, but it could be literally anything. So here's my tip on how the law of attraction actually really works. You don't get what you want, but you get what you are. So your predominant thoughts, what you think on a day-to-day basis, is what is going to manifest in your life. So if you want something, in the Gospel of Thomas, Jesus said, if you want something, to be surrounded by your answer. That means whatever you want, be surrounded by it right here and right now. Just feel the feelings that you would have if this thing would have come to realization already. How would you feel? What would you say? What would you think? How would you act? What would it look like around you? Where would you be? Who would you talk to? And the thing is, you have to want it, but also not want it so bad where you get so obsessed about it. And I feel like this is a place where a lot of people fall short, is they want something so bad that they start to feel all types of anxiety and pressure around it, and it starts to not feel good anymore. That, like, your feelings and emotions are literally your compass to know if you are on track or not. And this is not to say to never have a negative emotion, because I feel like that's also something people teach, but like, as humans, we have bad days. It's normal. But the thing is, try as much as possible to envision yourself in the state of the wish fulfilled, but also let go. And letting go is something I feel like people don't teach enough. Letting go is so important. It is crucial. The minute we want something so bad that we get anxiety, and what if it doesn't happen, and like, all these thoughts are just putting resistance, and they're actually keeping you from attracting the thing. When you're trying to really like force it, you feel that you trying to will it into existence rather than feel it and just going with the flow. Because if it would have already happened, it would feel very like easy. That's the feeling you want to go for. Easy and light. Don't try to force things and will things into existence, because it does not work. Actually, it creates the opposite. Have you ever feared something so bad that it has manifested? I think we all can attest to the fact that sometimes our biggest fears often manifest. So that's just one sign, because you're putting so much emotion into that it ends up really happening. So know what you want, imagine it, visualize it, and then just let go. Let go. You can repeat it every day, but don't sit there every day worrying about how and when it's going to manifest and how it's going to happen. The minute you are holding on to it, you are losing it. So you have to be able to just let go and flow with it. So I hope this was helpful. If you want to tap into your inner abundance, your inner queen, and create abundance from a feminine place, I highly recommend you join the academy. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.